Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi, everyone.
Yo.
Welcome back to D6, where I, Archie, bring together a bunch of friends from across the internet to play on a D&D live stream show. Ooh.
We're just a bunch of nerds.
Yep, just a bunch of nerds. So, before we get into tonight, I do have a few announcements that we're going to get into. That is D6 news, and then we'll do our general announcements towards the end. So yeah, I will go ahead and do that. First and foremost, I just want to inform everyone that, hey, we got some special gifts for all of you from us, or at least from me as a DM, and also Citra and Blue as a player. I'm putting together our official podcasts, or not our podcast, our Spotify playlist.
There it is.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Nice. We got there.
Yeah.
Got it.
I know eventually everyone else will be making their Spotify playlists of their characters. Basically, these are just a collection of songs that best represent our characters as we begin our adventure. I have put together some stuff. It will include some of my own personal feelings about starting this brand new campaign. It represents also a lot about the enemies that we will be facing. I will be swapping out songs, so if there are songs that are there now, they probably won't be there for long.
Lord knows I've been doing that.
If you guys are interested, right? If you guys are interested, don't forget to hit us up over on Twitter, where you will find the links. I will keep mine generally posted as a pin for a little while before I move on to the next version of it. And I know Citra already has, or Blue already has hers up for Citra. So if you guys are interested in hearing some of the sounds that best represent our characters and also this game, check us out over on Twitter. Next up is the podcast. So in case you guys don't know, we have audio podcast versions of D6. They come out every Saturday. There is, I think at this point in the time that we record this, there will be episode 3 will be posted very, very soon.
The spicy episode.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested, there will also be some links over on Twitter about that as well. VODs go up over on Wednesday at the same time, so 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next up is Patreon thank yous. I want to give a huge shout out to all of our wonderful patrons over on Patreon as they continue to help support and fund this show. This is a work of passion. I don't make a lot of money off of this project. I don't really care about that. But if you guys want to help make this show so much better, including, miniatures, cameras, lights, all that fun stuff, please do go check out the Patreon. It is Patreon/Yarshien. And then last but not least, our wonderful sponsors over at Gamersubs. In case you guys don't know, if you, I've been sponsored by Gamersubs for some time now. I personally have chosen some of my own flavors. My personal favorite is Blue Raz.
Same.
The big thing about these is that they are 0 sugar, 0 carbs,
no sugar crashes.
Yeah. Nootropics, antioxidants, and their caffeine is sourced from coffee beans. So these are very good, and it is also keto friendly. So if you need something that has some flavor, then by all means, this is a great recommendation. It's also a very light tailwind to your day instead of, ramping you up and then crashing you back down. No, it just gives you a slight boost, so that way you're not feeling like crap afterwards. They also have wonderful waifu cups like this. This one is insatiable. I just recently got this one.
Nice.
I absolutely love it. I took some pictures of it one night, and I put it in front of the screen to kind of get diffused light. It looks insane. I love these. So yeah, if you guys are interested in checking out some Gamersubs, it is gamersubs.gg, and if you use the code SHIENPAI, SHIENPAI, you'll get 10% off your final order. Yeah.
All right.
Get me some of that subs. All right. I think that's all for D6 announcements.
No, the only thing is that if I sound a little stuffy, I apologize. This is Blue. I am unfortunately coming down with a sinus infection, so I'm going to try my best.
Yeah. So, there's that. I don't think there's anything else pressing.
Yep.
Nope.
Alright, so, that being said, let us get into tonight's episode of D6. Alright. Where we had last left off. As our adventurers, after a harrowing day, finding out about the Stonemaker, his attack on the Congress, his attack on Seraphim's Run, and trying to gather more information and get a better understanding as to where this all started, the party travels to Thamian Cross, a High Lord of Wallenstein. This High Lord, however, not being the most pleasant man, dismissed many issues with the party and along with Alois Azure. After angering Alois to an inexcusable extent, Alois kills him in front of the entire party, after which the party decides that it would be best to try and leave or figure out a way to get rid of the body, but instead decide to head to the Benevolent Queen instead to meet this one Kimi Fagaro. In their interaction with this Benevolent Queen, had their fortunes told. And furthering understanding of Rov's intent, or the Stonemaker. After which, a Arknight and many of the guard that follow along with them came to arrest Kimmy for the potentiality of the fact that she might have killed Thamian Cross. A small battle ensued. Dante had fallen. And in the middle of the battle, Citra, bursting in golden light, this entity speaks out of Citra violently, managing to escape. After all that, they head to La Noire, a cafe within the Valfor Square. Dante, in this instance, meets back with the old party that they had ran with during their time with the Silver Smile, a thieves guild that is explicitly located within Wallenstein. While not many in numbers, are pretty good information collectors, and had managed to track down the potentiality that Rov still might be hiding within his old workshop, maybe somewhere below. And with that, you all take a short rest, and you have the option to relax within La Noire, as there are small bits of conversation kind of going back and forth. You have the information about the whereabouts of the warehouse and the potentiality of there being an underground lair. What do you guys want to talk or do?
Well, I think my first question being, since you say this is a short rest, do we regain health? Because with my character, I have a different setup for that.
Yes. So this is a short rest. Short rests for me are the general, rules as written. So you can roll your hit dice to regain your health, and whatever abilities come back to you for your short rest do.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Also, Desi, are you aware of hit dice?
No.
So when you roll for a short rest, you'll get a window on D&D Beyond, and it will let you know how many hit dice you're allowed to roll to regain health.
Okay, where would I find
And then, so at the top of your screen, you will see short rest and long rest.
Just find a little campfire.
that?
Yeah.
It's cute. Top, middle.
Top middle?
Yeah.
Top,
Yeah,
middle. Like,
in
look
the-
for your
in
name,
the-
look to the
in-
right.
Yeah, in the gray bar, the very top of your character sheet.
Oh, I see. Short rest?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you could pick as many hit dice as you want to regain health for it.
Oh, well, Citra already healed me up, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So you're topped
let
off.
me.
Yeah, I'm topped
Let
off
me-
already.
All right, let me do that. So let's see. Gray. Let's see.
Yeah, I needed that.
See, where's the?
Don't doubt it.
Where's the
Top middle.
Okay.
top
On
middle?
Yep.
On the gray
I-
bar.
Oh! I also get some other funny stuff back on a short rest.
Same.
Yeah.
I see.
Rangers.
I see proficiency, walking.
It's right above proficiency.
Oh, there it is.
I'll tell you what, Citra was not feeling too great, so she probably closed her eyes for a while if no one interrupted her.
Oh, yeah. In this sense, Citra, as you close your eyes and try and recenter yourself, there is a slight humming, almost as if, like, the humming you would make when you're trying to calm down. And as you open your eyes after your rest, you can see out of the reflection of the cracked window from earlier in the day, this entity. It's almost like an inverted color palette of you. And these blaring orange eyes as the figure looking at you just beyond the rest of your party.
She'd nod to it, but she'd kind of like raise her hand to kind of touch the glass without saying a word.
Oh, you're a way away.
Oh, wait. Okay, so I
Yeah,
thought she was
you're-
saying she was next to it. My bad.
You know, you could see the glass from across, but in that fraction of the broken glass, you see that reflection.
I'm awake when I see this. Huh. Just not as scared this time around, considering it's not grabbing her face.
Yeah.
She's a little confused, but she's not feeling that dread she felt earlier. More so, I guess, in the sense of, like, a thank you. Because as far as she knows, they're all alive, so...
Yeah.
She's not saying anything, though, because she's trying not to draw attention to it.
Yeah, you do explicitly see the
Yeah.
general sign of not saying anything. Alright. So, is there anything else that you guys would like to talk about or discuss while you're here?
Can I go discuss something with my former team?
Sure. You approach them as they're kind of going back and forth, talking about a recent hit that has been planned for a little while. And as all three look to you, well, we could make do with our sniper, right? Halbram looking at you.
I think you can do without me.
Gala, she leans back. It's going to be very difficult without you for the prolonged amount of time.
I mean, how were you guys gonna get by knowing that I got sent to the dunes?
Menos going,
He does have a point. I think it's just important to know that we are all very worried about your safety.
I know. Almost dying in literally the last 2 days, twice. But I have something important I want to discuss with you. Probably even quieter than we're talking now.
they all look over and they kind of shift a lot closer inwards, closer to the table. Make a stealth check.
Stealth check.
Yeah. Or no, fuck. How would I define trying to talk very quietly?
Well, could I use my thieves' cam?
Excuse me.
Actually, yes. Considering that nobody else in your party is a rogue.
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna use my thieves' cam.
Okay.
Okay. Said I can do this. So, I'm gonna need some information pertaining to a certain someone. If you guys can help me with this.
You can, as the words come out, they don't sound like what you say. It's kind of like, circus talk, where it's like, zidi zadi zudi zodo. And the general response is the same. And Sia's Helbram leans back. Oh, I mean, we're very good at collecting some information. We also might know something here and there.
Okay. If you can, I need to find out who Alois Azure has been speaking to in the last month.
They all kind of look at each other a little worried because even saying Alois Azure in close circles like this, especially for Thieves Guild, can be tenuous. Menos looking at all this.
I mean, we can certainly try and get a general understanding as to who Alois Azure has connections to, but that list is long and vast. We can see what we can do.
That's all I'm
We do
asking.
need this information. Absolutely.
Just whenever you can get it, and then you can leave a note here.
All right. Sounds too complicated.
You see this Gala messing with Alois Azure. Never thought I'd see the day. They all come to the mutual agreement and shaking their heads. We'll be done. Alright. So, as for the other side of this table, who is currently listening to Ziditari Zaruzoro Zori Nomri Story Zore Tarotstara. It's a thieves' language that nobody but thieves could possibly understand. And you three are kind of like listening to this. It almost sounds fucking insane.
This teacher's just what?
Yeah.
Leo is actually watching intently. He was writing in his journal briefly before he sort of stops and his eyes shift over to the conversation, and he seems to be like muttering under his breath.
Okay.
He like flips to a back page and starts like writing things down.
I mean, putting physical letters to this language is difficult, but trying to follow along is it's not hard.
Dante takes notice that Leo's writing down what he hears.
Or at least just writing down in the first place.
Yeah. I'm assuming Leo isn't hiding this.
He's not being secretive about it, but he's trying not to draw attention to himself either.
Yeah. I mean, general passive can see this.
I mean,
Leo,
clearly
don't-
he would have no idea.
Oh, don't worry about it. We're just discussing the thing that we were doing before I got caught.
You mean crimes?
Yeah, of course, crimes.
All them crimes.
I see.
No, the-
Hellbram speaks up. I mean, as far as crimes go, they're pretty decent in what we do. Don't forget, there are actual people that are suffering around here, and we're doing our best to try and make sure that we even the odds. So yes, crimes they may be, but they're not, violent.
Wait, we're not doing violent crimes anymore?
I mean, we've beat up a couple of high lords here and there.
narrow.
We beat up. We've beat up a couple of high lords here and there, but that's they kind of deserve it.
Citra at this point had gotten up and walked up to Dante please tell me you're feeling better.
Bro,
Oh, I'm feeling 100%, bud.
Bro is just shaking his head.
As this conversation is kind of being raised, you guys hear the slight bell jingle from the door. As you all look towards that general direction, the door just closes. There's nothing there.
That was sus. Is this the front door or the back door?
The front door.
That's weird. I'm gonna go
See-
inspect the front door.
Alright. Go over there and you give it a nice general overlook of it all, and you kind of just try and feel anything out. You look out the window, you look out through the glass of the door. Nothing. However, what you do also notice, since this is the Valfor Square and you notice where that old statue was, a lot of the statues of the people that were once there are now gone.
Ah! Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Nick?
the whole group, guys, some of the statues are gone.
Makes sense. A couple of them have exploded around town.
So Maurice approaches. I do not think that is what happened. I've been staring out there all day, and nobody's moved them. But
Wait, you're talking about the statues of people?
Yeah, those.
ah,
Are they trying to cover this up?
There's people missing. And it's not like they left it... From what I can see, it doesn't look like they left any residue or rubble. It doesn't look like they exploded. They're just... gone.
Could I look out and see if there's anybody that's sort of out and about in this square where all these people are still, where the remaining people anyway?
I mean, passive says that, a lot of them are gone, but you don't see any of the physical movement. Obviously, it's been sanctioned off by many of the city guard in order to investigate. But, for what is that giant yellow tape that surrounds the entire area, it does not seem like any of them should have been moved. but there's half as many there as there was this morning.
I mean, these are statues of people. They're heavy. There has to be at least some, like, scratch marks on the floor.
The floor.
Well then,
Are there any
go
holes?
ahead, make an investigation check as you go outside and you begin to kind of overlook what's going on.
Both of us or just him?
To whoever wants to go out and investigate.
I will.
I'll
Certainly
go.
try.
I'll go investigate as well.
Okay.
Okay.
So I need all three of you to make me an investigation check.
12.
Can I go for it too?
Well, I guess yeah, sure. All four.
Okay.
Let's have a little look-see here.
Damn me.
There's gonna be an investigation.
I got 3.
Investigation. Okay.
The highest we all
Alright.
got were 12.
Who got the 12?
I did.
Me. I did.
Okay. So, from kind of entering this area, there's no city guards right now because there's not much else that they can do. Excuse me. But from what you can see, from what you can look around, I mean, it's hard to tell because it's been a full day, and a bunch of stuff could have been possibly moved. But as you guys begin to try and inspect the cobblestone, there's no scratch marks. There's no like pulling of anything. There's no pushing of anything. There's no lift. There's no any real give to it. But it just unsettles to the notion that half the people that were here are missing. A majority of them seemingly are male, as there's a lot of female statues left here and a lot of children statues left here.
I feel like we should probably go find this warehouse workshop as soon as we can. There's not much we can do here.
You're right.
Also, we kind of had a fight with an Arknight, so we probably don't want to stay out and about right around here.
By the way, not to pry too deeply into your history, Dante, but that Arknight seemed to know you, but he called you by a different name.
I kind of remember that name.
Samael?
Samael. Ah! That's what happened. I think he was the guy who arrested me.
What?
Well, the Arknight was the man that arrested you. Samael seemingly is the target of intent.
With that face.
Yeah, with this face.
Yeah. So it turns to the face of the man that you had borrowed.
Ah,
So this is so that's the name that matches this face.
You didn't know?
I didn't.
Was one of
Well,
those,
at least
like,
I forgot.
so this Samael is someone important then.
I'm guessing so. They charged me for a bunch of stuff, but I kind of wasn't listening.
You wouldn't listen to people arresting you.
Well, here's the thing. I thought my guild was gonna get me out, but that didn't happen, so...
I guess it was your mistake for trusting them.
For once, I agree. I suppose there is no honor among thieves.
My hand clenches. You guys don't know a damn thing.
That's true.
But we're gonna forget that for now.
I'm just gonna look for a place for some smokes.
I mean, it's late in the night. There's not a lot of places that's open that would have the general
We need to get
Sisha or the Jormungandr grass around here.
we need to get moving to find that warehouse before anything else happens.
Are we setting out tonight? Or are
Might
we
as
waiting
well.
until
There's no
morning?
time to lose.
The longer we wait, the more stuff happens.
So, some of us are badly hurt, though. I look to Citra and I look to Dante.
He's fine.
I'm healed.
The short rest actually healed quite a lot because of the double glass.
Bro decides to walk out the door.
We were already outside.
I mean,
And there he goes.
I mean, he
Looking for doors.
He's
just looking for another door to break down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he just heads out looking for a place that sells stuff late at night, but other reasons.
At least they
I
didn't
mean,
break it
as-
down this time.
I mean, as far as like the late night, this being the upper area where there's a couple of shops that kind of like have some food, and there are general places where you can buy certain extracurricular items. And there is one shop in particular where you could spend a good amount of coin for whatever it is you could need. It's a general store, really.
I guess he goes in that store.
All right, go in, little knickknacks and whatnots.
God, I hate. Why the hell did I get stuck with these kids?
They're not.
Wait. Are they actually kids? Shit, I think some of them are my age. Frick.
I think they're all adults, as far as I know, as player.
Yeah, I know. That's I know.
You're gonna shit
see
bricks
the-
when you find out how old I am.
You see the shopkeep who's currently sitting at the back of the room, listening to you kind of mutter to yourself. And the shopkeep, being a very older human man, what looks like to be a cane on the side of the on the counter. Oh, don't tell me you're one of those crazies.
Mind your own business, old man. I'm just here for some smokes.
Got a few over here. Youngin'. And pulls out what looks like to be a little box that has a certain variety of drawers, and he kind of pulls out a few. Got some good old Jormungandr grass, some sisha leaves down at the bottom over here.
Give me the strongest thing you have. I just need something to get my mind off
And-
people working with people. Just reminded me of that time.
What looks like to be this small jar with what looks like to be a bud of Jormungandr grasses. And it's like 5 gold.
Okay. Let me just.
Alright.
Okay. 5 gold.
Need a pipe to go with that?
Yeah, sure.
5 silver.
Wait, man. Such a
5 silver. Okay.
So I believe the exchange for silver is like it's 10 silver for 1 gold. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
I think you're right.
All right.
Okay. Yep.
Can I also roll insight? Bro's going to think of what happened with Citra.
I mean, given your interaction,
You don't really know much about her.
yeah, go. I mean, the party has been following along.
I know,
with
I know.
Uhura.
I know, but it's just role play, I guess.
Sure, make. What are you inciting for?
Possible. He's just trying to remember hearing something about Citra's condition, or
Make a history check. That's less insight, that's more history about tieflings and what they are.
12 again.
It's a famous number today.
Yeah.
12.
12.
Opposite of 21.
Mm-hmm.
So
Flashbacks to the one shot.
it's not the one shot, it's the entirety of D6.
True.
So here's the thing about tieflings is that they come from, demonic devil blood, usually the Nine Hells and the Abyss. And they don't do what Citra did. And that's really odd. Because even with any form of general history, this is different. And like, you've heard of different kinds of tieflings, depending on, where the bloodline from what devil is pacted with. There's the difference between Osmodeus and, say, Mistopheles. But in this instance, it's kind of hard to, like, even feign any form of knowledge that, what they are. Tifa, or Citra.
Tifa?
Sorry.
Oh shit.
Sorry!
You've been thinking about the Italy thing.
Fuck.
Hey, look, Citra's on the net. Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry. Good.
It's good, it's
God.
good, it's good.
Wouldn't be the first time there's been 18 plus art of D6 characters. But, like, as far as, like, you can tell from Citra is tiefling. And all throughout history, there's conflicts and, personal biases towards them, but this is new.
There's something weird about that girl. Something very weird.
She cheated on you, mate!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, old time. What the hell did you say?
She cheated on you, mate!
What?
You're just talking like you know a girl and she's acting all
Mind your business,
Yeah.
old man!
Oh my god.
Just give me the shit!
We just hear this
Yeah.
echoing scream across the fucking the area, just like,
Yeah.
what is that?
Alright. Broad just snatches it and starts leaving us for.
Mind your business,
Yeah.
old man.
You just walk out the fucking you walk out to the front.
Does he kick
just
the door?
angry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and add Jormungandr grass to your inventory.
Spell.
It
How do you
has
spell it? How do you spell the
JORMANDER.
MAN. What was the last bit?
Grass.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Jormungandr grass.
All right. Coolio.
I guess while that's going on, we're just waiting for him to return. Citra,
Yep.
as much as she doesn't want to talk about everything that happened, but she'd probably still go to Leo, as uncomfortable as she is, just kind of like tug on his jacket sleeve real quick, trying to get his attention. Just,
What's up?
I can't answer a lot of questions that you probably have, but I need to ask, please tell me I didn't kill someone. I was not awake for any of that.
I saw a dude that was laying on his face, but was he dead? I wasn't close enough to really see if he was dead. Would I have been?
Make a general intelligence check.
Oh boy.
Yeah!
Could you tell
Okay.
if this man was dead or alive?
That's the number
It's
of the night.
12.
It's 12.
Okay.
What is up with that number?
The universe says 12.
I mean, this entity came in with the force of something other, and it was very highly protective of itself and obviously at a certain point in its mind, it was trying to protect something else, being Dante. Whatever Citra hit, or whatever this thing hit, it hit hard. And you can imagine that level of blunt force could potentially kill a man.
With a stick. Citra's situation is that she doesn't like violence. She won't kill someone. Like, if you tell her to do it, she's just not going to straight up do it. So if she finds out that, like, again, something like that would have happened and she murdered someone, it's a lot. But at the same time, she'd like to keep that in thought that this is what happened while you weren't conscious. It might come back to bite you in the ass.
Leo just sort of, like, grabs his chin and, like, looks up into the right and thinks for a moment. His eyes swivel down towards her and he grins. I don't believe you killed anyone.
Okay. And she just kind of lets out a breath like, oh, thank God. I wish I could answer your questions that you probably have, but I can't.
I certainly do have quite a few questions, but it's mostly because I'm interested. In all my travels, I've never quite seen anything like you, honestly.
Like me, as far as I know, I look like a tiefling. I don't know what you're talking about.
As far as I know, you look like a tiefling myself, but you've shown yourself to be quite, unique.
It's not often you see a tiefling go into that form. So I'm just as curious as that guy over there.
Oh, welcome
That
back.
guy.
Yes, that guy.
By the way, as are you using right now? Or are you lighting up right
Yeah.
now?
Oh boy. Here we go.
The smell that Bura comes out of. By the way, it's like this long pipe with the bit at the end. And you can see some of the smoke as it's kind of being.
And now I used up the grass.
Yep.
Oh, I was gonna
So-
ask if I can take a hit.
You gained. You gain all the benefits and the detriments of Jormungandr grass. So keep that in mind.
Oh boy.
It lasts for 1 hour.
What type of perks?
Read it.
Let's find it.
Unless somebody wants to relink Jormungandr grass.
Oh shit, it's a potion. Okay, this grass specializes in main form iron trade that is used to see barbarians and resistance. Takes disadvantage of wisdom checks, saving throws, advantage of performance, and charisma saving throws.
Oh boy.
Take half damage for all non-magical attacks. However, 10 minutes take all leftover damage unless healed before time. Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Dante's gonna laugh. You got that good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and by the way, it's the sense of euphoria. There's colors, but it's not like you're out of your mind. You're still here, but it's almost as if there's a slight time dilation going on in your head. But it's not preventing you from being active, but it very much chills you out.
Huh.
You know, if you're going to be travelling with us, you might bother remembering our names.
What's that? What's that?
Oh.
Purple person.
Purple.
I'm sorry. Well, what do you say, purple person?
I said you might bother remembering our names
Yeah.
if you're going to be travelling with us.
Oh, yeah, sure. What? You're
Leodon.
Dio. Dio, right?
Leo.
Dio.
Leo.
Citra's
Dio.
trying not to laugh.
Dante. And my
I regret
name is
nothing.
My Lord.
Oh.
He's just fucking holding back. Full laughter.
yeah.
Citra
yeah,
just
maybe-
elbows Dante.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly with me. That's not gonna fly with me, Dante.
You remember his name?
Yeah.
What can I say? I'm rememberable.
Aw,
It must be a cultural thing.
maybe? Well,
Alright, well,
anyways, I'm just glad everybody got out okay.
Yeah.
It was a lot thanks to whatever that was.
I'm glad it worked out. I just wish I could knew what happened, but from the sounds of it, we healed Dante and got out. And I'm thankful for that, at least. But the downside is, we are very much known to that Arknight now.
Right. After we get Rav taken care of, we'll probably need to leave.
Kidixmeyer?
We'll probably need to leave Kilixmeyer for a while.
Well, we should probably start looking for that warehouse.
Alright, we're heading out then? With
unless-
Guh over here, half blasted on Jormungandr grass.
Should we wait? I don't.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
he'll be fine. Here, I'll even do a little quick prayer for him. Alright, Our Lady in Silver, please make sure he doesn't fall into a dumpster or something.
Why would I fall into a dumpster?
You high as a kite?
Given that the moon, high in the sky at this point, it is currently at quarter moon right now.
Quarter waning or quarter crescent?
Quarter crescent.
Quarter crescent? Alright, so it's coming up.
Yep.
Alright, well her spirits are lifting a little bit, but she's not quite there yet, but let's hope to her that he doesn't fall into a dumpster.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go!
I'll quickly turn to Citra. And I'll put a very large hand on her very small shoulder.
Which one?
If there's any visible injuries, I would avoid that one.
Yeah. She kind of took a hit to the shoulder, so the only one she healed was Dante, so...
I'd go for the one that very obviously isn't injured.
Okay. And as a funny, she's just the height difference is beautiful. Chef's kiss.
Nearly 7 feet tall versus 5 foot flat.
She's 5'6" with the horns.
And Leo is nearly 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Let us handle the heavy stuff. Alright?
Okay. I'll try to not take a sword to the shoulder. She's trying her best to just smile through it. Just return to that happy, normal Citra that you so far know.
He'll nod and stand up to his full height and walk out after the others.
Citra will remember this.
Sort of brushing his long coat aside and just having his palm on the heft of his hand axe.
Okay. So, you guys, with the information that you have, begin to head towards the eastern area of Wallenstein. The deep of the night, and as well as the dark shades that kind of come in with the town that you are walking through. It doesn't take too long before you start reaching what is this small open area with what looks like to be far more shops and very fashion district kind of area. You reach with what looks like to be a very long building that kind of just goes on for quite a bit. Before you just see the gate is broken, and you see out in the front there are just large stone slabs and these pieces that have obviously been processed before brought here. The door, made of wood, just completely disjointed from the front, and vines are currently crawling in, and nature is beginning its process of taking this place over. This place would have taken quite a while to get this ramshackled, but it's something in this area that seems oddly displacent. And there is no sense of dread, but almost as if there's a presence that just comes off from it.
Does this look like the place, guys?
It seems to be.
Certainly
It
feels.
seems really quiet and still, but yet disturbed at the same time.
Certainly feels like it.
Well, they said he'd be hiding under it, I guess?
Maybe we should start looking around for something that goes below.
You mean like a sewer drain?
I don't know, sewer drain, trapdoor, I don't know, booby traps, something like that.
Yeah, that's the other thing I'm worried about.
Alright, I'd like to do an investigation check.
Sure. Around this area.
Oh, wow, it's something that's not 12.
Alright, I'm gonna roll for investigation as well.
Okay. Keep an eye on the,
It's a
IMDb on real quick.
13.
13.
Ooh.
Okay.
Something not 12.
Yeah.
So, from your guys' perspective, from kind of just looking out in this main open yard, obviously there was a processing area for stuff to be taken and lifted and moved away. These giant stone markers that kind of just obviously beautiful statues are made out of these pieces of very fine marble. And it looks like stuff has been moved from here. There's the obvious, scratch marks. There's places where there's dead grass from extreme weight. There is nothing abnormal about this front area. And looking at the face of this building, windows are all there. It's just no candles, no light, no anything that is around this area. The entire front area is just mainly for storage at this point. It's it's very normal in a lot of ways.
Alright, well, I want to go in.
Just be careful doing that.
Wait.
What's up?
Obviously, if the stonemaker is here, we can bet that there's going to be some forms of magically infused stone some way or another here to protect his work. Let me just... And he breathes out, he exhales through his mouth. And I'm going to cast Detect Magic with my Furbolg magic once again, because that comes back on a short rest.
Hey. Now that I'm thinking about it... Oh, God. Wrong book. Wrong book. That's not what I need.
Tales from the Yawning Portal, what are
Okay.
you doing here?
I don't have that book. I don't have the physical version of it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. A lot of my stuff is on D&D Beyond. I own Tasha's Cauldron, but that was a birthday gift last year.
Hey.
Yeah. Let's see. Detect magic. I just need to know its area. what you can...
Oh, the area is, it's centered on myself, and it's a 30-foot radius.
And you said, like, it moved with you last time?
It moves with me, yes. It penetrates 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, a thin sheet of lead, and 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay.
It lasts for 10 minutes.
From what you can tell, the smell of magic is definitely in this area. You're not exactly sure where you can pinpoint it, but it almost swarms this entire area. It just fills the nostrils. There's a cross between certain magics in this area, between transmutation and necromancy.
Foul.
Yeah.
Like rotting meat.
What?
I smell necromancy.
In this... This place is covered with stone. Necromancy?
And sour. Like candy. Transmutation?
It's like jelly that you can breathe right now through both your nostrils. Well, regardless, we should proceed with caution no matter what.
Of course.
If
I don't
he's-
sense anything on the door.
I mean, the door's kind of blown off. But anything can
I don't
be
sense
deceiving.
the door.
Yeah.
Bruh has no door to kick in.
Damn!
Oh, damn.
Okay, well, would you like me to go first?
Raw
You're-
just goes
Oh my
through
gosh.
first.
There he goes.
Off again.
Well,
Mhm.
all right. So I'm gonna do this. You enter the workshop, but as you enter, and Dante, you shortly following behind.
Teacher's gonna stick to Leo for the time being.
Okay. As you both go in, this place is musky. The obvious sense of, you know, a man that has worked here for decades. And you can see in this main area, it's very wide open. It's an obvious workshop. And it leads up to what would be a loft area towards the back. In the center, there is this wide table, as well as what looks like to be a ramp that comes up to it. And then there's just more tables around that just fill to the brim with chiseling tools, hammers, various masonry work, as well as what looks like to be unfinished statues that are halfway done to not even touched yet. There's a lot of rudimentary, smaller works, and just notes, receipts, small piles of coin here and there. This place looks like it's already been, lived in for a while. And from whatever essence that it comes from, there's just like this general, not messiness, but definitely somebody who has lived here and knows exactly where everything exactly is.
Yeah. Citra is, for the time being, going to cast light on her staff, because at the end of it has like a little handkerchief, so that way she can see better in case there's like tripwire or something.
Yep. As the entire area blooms in color and light. This entire place just looks forgone.
They said that he might be hiding under it, though. Like, the idea of it looking abandoned would steer people away. finding your enemy in the least likely spot kind of deal.
Perhaps some sort of hidden compartment, then.
Well, if it's below, then we check the floors, right? So
Right.
Citra's
I'll
gonna...
keep smelling.
Yeah, Citra's gonna look for what looks like might be, like, a disturbed area. Like, if everything's been sitting for a while, there shouldn't be any notices of, like, shifted things or whatever, like, something shifted to open a secret doorway or something.
Make an investigation check.
Oh, please.
Citra.
Please work. Please work.
Yep. Specifically Citra.
Yeah, no, that's a natty 1.
Oh, no.
With a -1 to
Yeah,
it, it's a 0.
Oof.
She's not the smartest. She's wise, not smart.
You're kind of just like scanning the entire ground. It's very thoughtless.
Yeah, I mean...
in its effort.
Yeah, but at least she said that information out loud, so if anybody else wants to take notice with.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say there was coin just kind of everywhere?
Yeah, like copper and silver pieces kind of just strewn about. They also seem like they've been flattened. They don't have a mint on them, but just random coin. Yeah.
Dante, we should really be looking for an entrance in that coin.
Alright, but after this, can I borrow like 10 gold from you?
We all received 100 gold.
Yeah, but I kind of gave all my money
150.
away.
Sure?
How noble.
She's not the smartest, and Dante is friend, so...
Don't ask me for some gold.
I will ask you for some of that grass later, though.
I only brought one. I used it.
Okay,
And
well, if you get more...
Okay. Let's look for this entrance.
do I look like a charity freak to you?
Citra
Get
just like...
your own! Get your own!
Maybe you shouldn't shout.
Sorry, that was my bad.
See, he's rolling.
As you guys are shouting in the middle of this warehouse, you hear up in the loft area.
Oh no.
That wasn't my fault.
Along with this loud.
Cat?
I'll look up and I'll say, "Hey, you up there? We're not gonna harm you."
You sure that wasn't a cat, Leo?
I'm gonna find out.
Because I am a
a furbolg. If there is in fact an animal up there, it can understand me.
That is true.
Ah.
Speech of beast and leaf. I can communicate with beasts and plants, and I have advantages on charisma checks to influence them.
Clever.
As speaking any kind of bestial language that could come across. And out from the top of the loft, you see a very small black cat.
Bra lunges for the cat.
Whoa, easy.
No. He lunges for the cat. Kitty! Kitty!
Oh my god.
Kitty! Kitty!
Easy.
Kitty! No.
Yeah.
Did I successfully get the cat?
No, this cat is obviously staying away from, this random large green man
Come on!
chasing after it.
I just want to pet you!
This guy.
Wait, he tries to chase the cat, then he turns and he turns to the group.
I need you to make an athletics check.
Citra is
Oh.
Citra is watching this, just in awe of what the hell's happening to Mr. I'm Badass over here.
Yeah. What was it?
4.
4. Okay. As you are basically hopping and jumping around violently, trying to chase after this cat, it lands on one of the tables and you go and try and grab it, and you just knock over the table. Just a bunch of tools as they pour across the floor, and this thing jumps and keeps kind of moving away from you. You manage to just nearly turn this place over just from you chasing a single black cat, and by the time it manages to reach back up to the top of the loft, it hisses at you specifically, almost as if to say, stay away.
Oh, I just want to pet. I just want to pet the cat.
Leo just closes his eyes and pictures the director just shaking her head and tapping her arm. Just
If we were trying for stealth, it's not happening now.
Bro turns and he sees everyone staring at him. What are you guys looking at?
Dante's
You-
holding back.
I like what? I like cats.
Can you stop shouting at us, please?
No, you're shouting.
I look up to the rafters again. I'm sorry about him. He's he just looks over at Bra and shrugs, and then looks back up to the loft. I swear to you, we're not going to hurt you. We're lost and we need a bit of help. I've got jerky, if you want food.
Trying to have a conversation with this cat. You two-leggers, come here. This is my home. I was trying to rest. If not for the other two-legger that comes by very often, I wouldn't have to be chased around like this.
I should mention that I can't understand the animals.
Okay.
I can only talk to them.
It's obviously angry.
Redact that information.
I understand that you're angry. I have a bit of jerky here with me. If you want, it's yours. We just need... Is there a man here? Possibly a big beard. If so, can you tell us where he is?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage, and obviously it'll be a straight roll for you.
Yay.
Yep.
Hey. 13.
Hey, we're starting
That's
to
just
break
one
through.
more than 12.
We're making our way
The service,
downtown.
brother.
The cat, as it climbs down some of the steps of the loft, coming out to as high as it will go in order to receive this this gift.
I'll
A
give
piece of jerky.
Yeah, I'll give the cat one of my rations.
All right, and it sniffs it.
There you go. That's it.
Aw.
And you can see, finally, as you can get as close as you can, this cat has, these very slightly dull green eyes that most of these black cats come with. And it looks up and it stares out towards the center area of the entire workshop where that giant pedestal with the ramp is.
Over there?
I look at the others. I think we know where we need to go now.
Or at least I hope so.
Okay, alright. So is this area over here, Leo?
Yeah, around that ramp.
Okay. Can
Just
I
be
do
careful.
An investigation check.
Sure.
There's gonna be an
Just
investigation.
Dante.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Not a 13 or
Alright,
12, come on.
alright, Our Lady in Silver, please help us. Woo!
22!
Hey!
Oh, okay. I'm
Nice.
assuming that's
Is that a natural 20?
That was a nat 20, baby.
Nice.
natty 20.
Ooh.
All right. In looking at the center pedestal, like, obviously you can see there are plenty of, chipped scratch marks and, plenty of times that this thing has been sanded and replaced, and it's definitely where it's used. As you look up, there is that giant center window that brings in a lot of the light for this entire workshop. So this is where the work is done. As you begin to kind of inspect along as it kind of slopes down onto the floor, you kind of just check around the bottom areas, seem sealed shut, and you also know that there are runic dwarven scribings along the top as it goes out and around.
We got some Dwarvic runes over here. Anybody know how to decipher?
Not me, unfortunately.
Nope.
I've interacted with the Dwarven language once before, but I haven't had really time to memorize it.
Well, do you think you can maybe, decipher maybe a little bit?
I could try, but we might be here a while. Am I sensing any magic from the runes at all?
From detect magic, there is essence of magic that comes from these runes. Dwarvish language is very blunt and to the point. For a majority of these runes, they kind of repeat in a sequence. Open, close, door, hole. Very, very literal in its translation.
Well, if he's gonna decipher, Citra would cast guidance on him to help him with that.
Oh.
So she'd come up to him and just kind of tap his shoulder and be like, "Here you go."
He'd grin at her and nod his thanks and turn back towards the runes and see what he can find out.
So you add a D4 roll to it, to whatever check you're doing.
D4 to any
so
checks.
make me an Arcana check.
And then add your 1D4 to that.
Okay, that's not bad. That is a 7 plus... There's the pyramid. Hey! 4? 12.
Nice.
Or 11. Yes, 11. Almost a 12.
Almost.
As far as understanding runic dwarven magic, there's generally a key word, especially in dwarvish magic, and it's kind of hard to know what that keyword is until you either find it or are told. And the keyword is not even in the scribing at all. It's just you have a general idea that there is a secret passcode that is spoken to activate these runes.
Well, I doubt he's gonna have something like that just hanging around.
Should we maybe check what he's got up in the loft? Maybe even if he hasn't written it down, he might have chiseled it into something.
Maybe. Just not Buddha, because the cat's up there, and the cat clearly doesn't want to deal with him.
I was nice to the cat. I don't care. I don't care.
We're gonna have a long talk later about not chasing small animals.
So
I don't.
I'm assuming. Sorry. I am assuming, Dante, you go up to the loft to try and do any general investigation.
In the meantime, Citra's just kind of keeping an ear out to hear if anything's going around.
All right. Citra, make me a perception check, and Dante, make me another investigation check.
Oh man, my rolls are great today. A whole 6.
Woo!
Let's just say she's tired.
There's not a sound outside. Everything's super quiet. Like, you're just keeping an eye out. No guards, no Arknights, no nothing. All right. And what was Dante?
I got 18.
Okay.
Woohoo!
So up here in the loft, there is, a very used bed, some dressers, obviously like some stones that have been kept as private items, and a wide desk with papers stacked as high as it possibly can be before being turned into a leaning tower of it. Checking the desk, there are various leftover informations. You also find some letters as well. Private conversations with certain individuals. You see 3 letters. One addressed from a Samael Ishgari.
Oh.
Another letter addressed to one Kimi Fagaro. And one letter addressed to a Helen Straussman. Or, no, sorry, not Straussman. Helen Strausslani.
Slime.
Yeah.
I want to read the one... Oh, wait, I can't read it, can I?
I mean, nothing's stopping you. These are just open letters that have been kind of addressed to to the stonemaker himself.
Okay, I want to read the one from Samael.
Okay. The letter from Samael, as it reads, as per the information that comes from it, it details a commissioned piece of their mother, Beatrice. It also details that this recent commission had been lost during the transfer heading down to the Thalian Cliffs. They had assumed that it was probably Arknights or general guards that had ascertained it and then are using it as a means to bargain their way into conversations, which he has found very displeasuring. He very much sympathizes with Rav in their recent endeavors, and would like to have another conversation very, very soon. They realize that there's going to be a summit in the Adamantine Bastion where he will be heading there in about a couple of days in order to have a long conversation after a recent event between some of the higher powers that is within Wallenstein that have been causing a lot of troubles within the Thalian Cliffs.
Ooh, interesting.
That's where the letter ends.
Interesting.
You read any of the other letters?
Can I read Kimmy's next?
Okay. As you read this letter from Kimmy, it is almost written in both composure and panic. Because there is an obvious care that comes from these words as they are worried about Rav. As she has noted that Rav has been degrading mentally as the weeks have passed. And there's almost this level of just like anger at the sides of this letter. As the letter goes to read, it is general worry. Talk to me, please. I have been trying to contact you for weeks. And things have gotten very intense between her and Lord Thamian Cross. she's also worried that whatever he stole from him is going to get him killed. It's left at a point where it's just like, what you do is up to you. But you are always welcome back to the Benevolent Queen, should you wish to have further discussions.
Okay, spicy drama. Can I read Helen's now?
Yes. Helen Stresslani.
That's fine.
Yeah. There is this professionality that comes from this letter in regards to what has been going on. Helen explains that their usual concoction doesn't take too long. It's just that the gathering of the materials, the production of using Gorgon's blood in order to produce this concoction that Rob has personally acquired takes time. This one dates back quite a bit, but she has noted that once it's laced within the stone, it shouldn't be too long for the reaction to begin. It's just that you have to be very careful with it. You know, getting it on your skin can be very dangerous. Consuming it can be extremely dangerous. You don't want it getting in your eyes. And the level of sympathy that goes into this professionality in regarding that, you know, I too have had enough of the Thalian scholars. I've had enough of this bullshit bureaucracy that happens within Wallenstein. And they've also had enough of using her weapons as a means of war. And the lives that have been taken from what she has discovered has caused her to see Rob's idealism as to be right. The letter finishes in reading, you will get your final shipment very, very soon. I will have it under your workshop, and as I am aware of our usual passcode. If it is changed, please leave a note under the desk.
Bingo!
And that's where the letter ends.
Bingo! Yep. Alright, I'm gonna check under the desk.
As you kind of just begin moving papers and checking under the desk, you do find what seemingly is this taped piece of paper that's just stuck under the old wood, and as you pull it off and you begin to open it, it does have the same almost runic scribings as what you had found over in the platform.
Found it, guys!
Huh?
Oh.
Jade?
Yeah?
Okay, sorry. We lost you for a second. What was that?
Oh, sorry. Found it, guys!
Yeah. The passcode?
Found the passcode!
Yep.
I start waving it around wildly as I dance down the stairs. And then I hand
Good
it
job.
to Leo.
All right. It's a serious tongue, but like it is encoded for certain purposes, and as you begin to mouth the words "Dorok is advun," you see as the lighting of the runes begin to enter, and there's this dull green that kind of wraps around the entirety of it before it goes and and from there you can see what looks like to be steps that descend into the underground.
Guess
Well, there we go.
down we go again.
Good job, Dante.
Well, thank you.
Let's just try to be careful about this,
Okay.
Right.
because from what I can tell, this Rav guy's pretty tough anyway.
Let's be prepared for anything.
I mean, we don't have to go with violence with this. Like, clearly, and from what I gather, this feels like he was wronged, and of course what he's doing is wrong, but we can try to persuasively get him to just stop.
If all else fails, let's try to get him alive.
Yeah. Just treat this very carefully.
Okay.
She then looks at Buddha. Did you hear what I said?
I make no promises.
Then let Leo do the talking, or Dante.
Maybe it's best to leave it to Leo.
Fine, leave it to Dio.
Sure thing, Gah.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, one last thing before we go down. Our Silver Moon Goddess, please keep us safe.
You keep praying.
Send out your prayer.
You keep talking about the Silverman God. What is that?
So I have a belief system of our goddess Saloon.
Sahani. More specifically.
Sahani.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. First
That
try.
one.
I don't even know her name.
She forgives me.
You can forgive that face.
I mean, to anyone who wants to make a religion check and understanding Sahani.
Why the heck not? I'm proficient in religion.
I am
I'm
not.
not.
It's a 14.
Another 12 for the night.
I just gotta see. I just
We're
gotta
all
see.
hovering around
I just
this
gotta see.
number.
Wait
No,
a second.
okay.
I'm at the end. Oh, was that they registered as a 12? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, religiously speaking, Sahani is the goddess of the moon, protector of the dawn right, and generally a somewhat tricky goddess to kind of get behind. She's not evil by any of the means, and she's obviously chosen champions in the past that have protected this world many times over. She's also had a notable daughter, one of the six warriors from the calamity of Tiamat. As general history goes with Sihani, she's usually a protector of the night. She usually sees people who are lost in this world, who have nowhere to really turn to, and therefore uses the night as a path, as protectors, as a means to keep everything that goes bump in the night very quiet. And the general symbol of like this huge crescent at the top and a moon symbol in the center is her general representation, especially with religious figures. But very often people will go to the moon in order to seek guidance. There is one other goddess that is often represented with the moon, but more along the idea of the nighttime. Those of the Drow, and the goddess being Iliastrei. But Sihanin is a very more prominent figure, a greater god, where Iliastrei is more of a lesser god.
I never got behind people who believe in gods or goddesses, helping them influence their fate. I told it to that woman, I'll say it here. I believe in creating my own fate.
Okay, we respect that.
I respect that.
Not everyone has a universal, ideal to the fates and the gods.
But what? But
We all just.
if that helps you, do whatever you gotta do. I ain't got anything to say.
Okay.
All right, well, shall we go?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Citra, I guess, is gonna go first, considering she's got the light at the end of her stick.
All right.
Also, now would be a really great time to take a break.
Yeah.
Would be after this. As you guys descend, the very thick smell of earth and dirt. It almost smells as if it's been moved very recently to make this place secretive. And from what you can tell, and especially towards you, Leo, due to transmutation magic and obviously some form of evocation, that this has been moved magically. This entire system is made by magic. As you finally begin to make it to the bottom of the steps, Citra, shining a light, you notice that this is another storage area.
Huh.
There are multiple completed statues here.
Oh.
And there's a lot of very refined pieces. Like, you could see the obvious faces, but these are not made out of marble. In the center of the room, all the way towards the back, where it leads off to this other area, there's this much more larger statue figure, as almost as if it looks like it's bowing. Upon closer inspection, you notice the statues are all posed as if they are in terror.
Oh. Are these the statues from up above?
Some of them look oddly familiar.
Oh, no.
Wait a second.
Don't move. Don't move. Don't move.
Bra stops.
These look like the people we saw, but I don't know what's the difference between them and what could possibly explode. And she'd look to Leo like, can you still make this out, or?
I'm still smelling if there's magic in the air. Am I sensing anything from the statues themselves?
You can detect two different kinds of magic. A very faint magic of transmutation, but also a very vicious smell of necromancy behind this.
Oh, man.
As you hear the stone from behind the lot of you,
Oh.
as all the stone statues now look like they are looking.
Y'all don't blink.
Oh, no.
Huh.
And almost as if from the shadows, you hear the low. From behind all of you, a large earthen figure looking down at all of you, these deep, glowing, greenish eyes, as two large, rubbly-like hands begin to raise. And that is where we're going to go.
Ah, shit. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break. Then we'll be right back and find out what happens.
We all
next.
gonna die.
Yeah. All right. So, see you guys in 10 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Time to take a piss.
And we are back with our adventure where we had last left off after searching through Rob's warehouse and workshop. You guys have found an underground layer deep within. After finding some statues that look excruciatingly similar to the ones that had happened in the Valfor Square, a figure has approached behind all of you, ready to attack. And that is where we had last left off. So,
Well,
Oh boy.
Alright, fully up.
I need all of y'all to make some initiatives. And I'll go across the table as I usually do.
Why is it hovering around the 12?
I know, right?
Oh, we're making a breakthrough. No, we're not. That's gonna be 8.
No, you going around the table, okay.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Who's got to roll for all these statues?
Dude, if these statues are the people, God, I hope they don't break.
Just hope we
So-
don't miss.
So, starting off, Citra.
I got 13.
13? And, oh, you know, fix this up a bit. There we go. Okay. Citra, Leodon.
8.
It's a good round number.
Alright, and Dante?
15.
What was it?
15.
Okay. And
12. Oh, it's 11, my bad. Sorry, I keep thinking 12, and he's a 12. Do I-
It's a 12 kind of day.
yeah.
yep. Alright. So, top of the round, Dante, you're up. As this giant figure raises fists over you, you instinctually turn to see as it begin to make a move towards you. So you are right.
Okay. I'm going to. Oh, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna use my opportunity strike.
That's when it's moving away from you. It's right behind you.
Oh, right behind me?
Yeah. So, you draw back an arrow. You can see it's this thing coming at you. So you can either move, you can make an attack, or if you have something for your bonus action, you can do that too.
Okay, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run to the behind one of those walls to your closest to you. Yeah, you're going the right direction. There we go.
Right over here?
Yeah, right there, perfect.
Little alcove.
By the way, as you move away from this thing, it's going to make an attack of opportunity onto you. Expending
shit.
its
Oh, hell.
reaction. Yep. Let's see what to do.
Well, rogues are squirrely. We have a chance.
All right. It's going to be an 18 to hit, and Dante is a 14. So... grab my d8s. And you take... You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing whacks you over the shoulder. You can almost feel it nearly pop out of place before... as it comes down like this and barely missing Buddha along the way, but you have your shoulder back and you go over to the side and you draw back. What are you doing?
Are you talking to me, or are you...
No, I'm talking to Dante.
Can I turn around that corner, or did I use all my movement?
You used all your movement to get there.
Shit. All right, I'm gonna
You also had to go
I'm gonna
through the
summon
add-on.
Virgil.
Okay. I will consider that a bonus action. Alright. So. Virgil.
He is the storm that is approaching.
Yeah. As Virgil, almost as if like flying through the wall, this spectral hawk as it now flying in this very low ceilinged area. Alright. You still have your action. What are you doing?
I want Virgil to attack the thing that attacked me.
Okay. Fortunately, this thing, whatever this thing is, as it's now beginning to glide out from the ground, and Virgil going to claw at it, it doesn't seem to be able to get through its very thick rock-like hide. But that's all Virgil can do. What are you doing?
I'm gonna ask.
You can still make an attack.
I'm gonna try to shoot for one of his eyes.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Shit, where do I attack again?
It's in your
It's
actions, and then you hit
actions.
the attack button, and then you should have a list of your weapons.
Okay, and then I press the hit DC, right?
Yeah, hit DC. Yep, that's what you did.
Okay.
Yep.
And then if you do hit, then you click the other one. I don't know if that's gonna hit.
So,
It's not gonna hit, it's a 5.
yeah, as you let loose one of the arrows, it... You can hear the scattering of the metal from the arrow break, and the giant form looks at you.
Dante?
Yep. Alright. It's gonna be the end of Dante. Citra, you're up.
Well, I guess while it's looking at Dante, she's gonna back up. She's backing up, like literally, not turning around, just backing up as far as she can. And trying to figure out how this works, she's gonna see what she can do with Chill Touch to see if it actually gains attention every time you hit it.
Alright.
So...
Make a ranged spell attack.
Ooh, 22.
Hey.
I finally
Alright,
beat that 12.
That works.
Alright,
Nice.
it is 1d8 necrotic damage. Ooh, 8. Maxed it out.
Okay.
Let's see. It
Damn,
can't regain hit
really
points
high.
until the start of your next turn. Until then, hand clings to the target. If it's undead, it's at,
Alright.
at disadvantage.
It is not undead, as this spectral hand comes out and it claws at this figure. You can see as it pulls at some of the rock pieces. You can still see there's just more rock under it. And also, like, holding it together is this energy that you can see the deep glowing rocks, even on its arms, begin to... And it moves back over to the rest of the party.
Citra is trying to discern whether this is a trap or if we keep attacking it, it is going to attack us. Like, she's trying to figure this thing out.
Okay. Good to know. Alright. Bruh.
Okay. Alright, so I am going to attack the thing to Leo's left.
What?
That is Leo I'm standing next to, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a statue to the white statue to the miniature's left.
The white statues haven't done anything. They're just looking at you.
Oh, okay.
The thing that's attacking you guys is this.
Okay, then I'm attacking that. Okay.
Alright.
Coolio. Alright, so... Hit DC... Oh, no! Natural 1.
Natural
Yes.
one. As you quickly draw your blade and you go to swing down, the arm comes in front of it. Clang! Whooshing.
What happened?
It just parries the blade almost as if it didn't get under the rock, it just moved it. Even with all your force behind it.
That bastard.
It's made of stone.
Oh, so you're saying there should be a weak point, Ben? Okay, I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. Alright, next up is Leodon.
Ah.
Surprise.
So I see the statue. Do I also see the big goopy guy that Citra's running towards?
It hasn't moved, but it's still there like this.
Is it a statue or is it made of goop?
It looks like a statue. You're not sure. It looks very incomplete.
All right. Well, for right now, I won't bother with that. I don't notice anything about it. I just know that this statue is just took a swipe at Dante, so I am going to move sort of into that red square that's between Citra and Bruh. That's perfect. I am then going to slap the ends of my tailcoat to sort of make my coat billow a bit, reach for both of my hand axes, and I'm going to huck one of them at this statue.
Okay. The one that's currently next to...
Next to Bruh.
Okay.
And just making sure... Yes, okay. Here I go. First hand axe. Oh, come on. 11?
11? Nope. As you chuck it as hard as you can see as it right where a head would generally be for an earth elemental, as it leans back. It just drops it on the ground.
All right, I'm gonna I'm gonna hook my finger into the other hand axe on my waist, spin it around in my hand. I'm gonna use a bonus action to throw my other hand axe.
Oh,
Noise.
okay.
Because
Oh, Ranger, that's right.
My hand axes are light weapons, so I can do this. Alright. Once more! Much better. 21.
21.
21? 21 will hit.
Alright.
21.
That is going to be... It is going to take 7 plus 2 because of my fighting style is 9 slashing damage. And as the hand axe embeds into the stone of this thing, anyone who bruh would probably notice it first. There's a little teal hummingbird at the end of the axe, just sort of standing on the axe head, and it sort of hops off and just jabs the stone with its beak, and it is now my favorite foe.
Aww.
So it will take an additional 1 piercing damage.
Oh.
Hey, every damage is a good damage.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
As this thing... and some of the pieces begin to... and this thing plucks at its rocky face for whatever it is, and goes...
Oh!
and tries to grab at it. So...
Actually, one more thing.
Oh.
When
Rangers, man.
when the first hummingbird pokes the statue, that signals a whole flock of other hummingbirds to come in and do the same thing.
back!
I'm gonna use my gathered swarm to make it take an additional 1d6 piercing damage.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh! Rangers, man, they got really good
Yeah.
with Tasha's.
That is another 6 piercing damage.
Nice.
Damn, Leo, where were you
As
at?
these hummingbirds just embed their sharp beaks into this thing's chest.
Alright. So, in the best way that I could describe this, especially for an earth elemental, it's hard to depict blood, but this thing is starting to look rocking around shakingly, like maintaining its form, as there is a bursts of swarming spectral little blue birds coming out from every orifice as it like small fireworks across the body of this thing as they all begin to dissipate into the air. And
That is hilarious. I love that.
yep. I love putting in details, man.
That's gonna be it for me.
Well done.
All right. It is now this thing's turn, and given the fact that it did the most amount of this damage,
Oh.
this thing melds into the earth as it goes,
Ah.
and then reappears. As it raises out from the ground, still this pecking little blue bird on its on where its head would be. It's gonna make its 2 attacks onto you, Leo.
Oh, great. All right.
All right. So I'm accounting for your DCs. First one's gonna be a 10 to hit.
Nope.
That doesn't hit. Second one's gonna be a 9 to hit,
Wow.
so that doesn't hit.
Hey.
As this thing comes down with 2 large hammer-like hands, trying to get at you. You just moving left to right and trying to avoid, and it's just harrowing as it backs out and it. As it backs up into a bit, it knocks into one of the statues as the statue goes. And as you can see, as the statue scatters across the ground, you can still see blood and guts and orifices as they spill out from the stone capsule.
Ah. We need to finish this
All right.
quick. or else all of these people are going to die.
And that will be the end of this Earth Elemental's turn. As you can hear now a large Citra, you hear those large booms come from behind you.
Oh no.
So this one moves in.
What the hell?
Citra!
And as it does, there is this presence, this magical presence, as it's going to make 2 attacks onto
boy.
you, Citra. Alright. First one's going
That
to be an
hits.
18. The last one's going to be a
Does not hit.
11. You take... Well, there goes that.
Ran
D8.
away.
It's gone.
Yep. You take 9 points of bludgeoning
Ow.
damage as this thing comes down with both of its giant hammer-like hands, and it hits you deep in the backside of the ribs as you almost feel like you lose your footing as you roll across the fist, seeing it fully now in front of you. It comes down, and just with pure instinct, you move off to the side before it goes, and you see the ground just be upturned, and rocks begin to splatter across. As it does, this one breaks and falls apart as it is toppled over by the force of the hit of the ground, as it just gore as it spills out. All right, that is going to be the end of that elemental.
Yeah, that hurt.
It is now top of the round. Dante, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna take another shot at the Earth Elemental,
Which one?
The
one closest to Leodon.
Okay. As you coming out from the side of the corner, you pull back. Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Hey. Sorry, 1 second. Damn it. Got an 8.
Nope. As you let loose this arrow, it just... It ignores you, as there is now an embedded arrow in this Earth Elemental. Virgil still has his action, though.
I'm gonna send Virgil to the big guy. Strike him in the eyes.
Alright. As Virgil comes flying over towards Citra, the giant glowing blue wingspan encapsulates the front of this Earth Elemental. A natural 20, by the way, on Virgil. And even with that, like, they don't get a lot of attack power. It's still 1d4, so 1d4 damage still works. They are considered magical. Alright, as the giant wingspan wraps across, and you can hear the large scratching and burring across this Earth Elemental as you, Citra, see some drops of rock hit the ground. And as it releases itself from its front face, it's just now floating there. All right, Dante, that's all you got?
Can I move behind one of the walls?
Sure.
Here, there we go.
You want a bonus action stealth?
Yeah.
All right, make me a quick stealth check. I'm automatically assuming Rogue wants to go stealth.
25. Damn.
What you
I
get?
got 25.
All right. As you slip behind one of the walls into the shadows. The cover of night that is your outfit works very well in the dark, as you now begin to hide behind one of the walls, planning your next assault. All right, that's the end of Dante. Citra, you're up.
Boy. Well, so far everyone else is aimed at the first one. She doesn't want the rest of the statues getting hurt, so she has the option to either stay where she is or try to get behind him. But I don't know what kind of check that would be.
Considering that he is a large creature, you can move.
I would say,
him.
could I add my acrobatics to it to just really zoot by him?
I mean, you don't have to do any rolls, like, because it is a large creature, you can walk around it. It's just that you can't leave its area unless it makes an opportunity attack. So, like, you can definitely get behind it.
She just doesn't want it also on top of Leo, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Some real monk shit as you start dipping and diving under one of its arms as it raises for another attack, getting behind it.
She's gonna cast Shield of Faith on herself. So that makes her... She gets, what, A plus 2, so now she's at armor class 16. And the bonus action, she's gonna cast Cure Wounds on herself as well.
You could only cast one spell at a time.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, you've already
Alright,
cast
well in that
Shield of
case
Faith.
she'll throw the boomerang at it.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
Notably, you can cast cantrips after you cast a spell.
Alright, 16.
Is Shield of Faith
Shield of Faith is a
cantrip
level
or
one.
Shield of Faith is a spell slot,
Yeah.
but after you cast a spell that is a spell slot, you can also.
Oh,
cast
I didn't know I could do that.
If you
I
have the
assumed
action
both of them were both the same. My bad.
Well, now you know.
Otherwise,
for the world of tomorrow.
So she rolled a 16 to hit.
Okay, that just hits.
Hey!
Nice.
Yeah, this one being a bit bigger and a bit meatier does oppose to the other one that's currently making a
so
mess.
she gets 4 damage on it with the boomerang. I mean, she's not expected to do a lot of damage, but trying to get it away from Leo.
Yeah. Alright, as you throw the boomerang around, as it curves around towards back where Virgil had hit, it just goes brink.
Yep.
Now on the floor. And I will go ahead and mark where your boomerang is.
Thank you.
Yep. And that's everything you can do. All right, sounds good. It's now Bruh's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna move towards the center where everyone is attacking the huge guy.
Yep.
All right, and then I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
Okay. 20.
Nice.
Not natural
All
20.
right.
Just
Not natural, but it will hit.
all right. Then I'm going to roll. There's one D8 and one D10 for damage. I'm not sure which one.
I'm assuming you're doing it with both hands because you don't have a shield in hand, so it's a D10.
7.
Woo. Okay. As you come over and you cut into what you think would be some of those really rocky points, and your blade goes halfway in before you can see pieces of the rock of the arm begin to and this thing's now looking mortal.
Hope you hurry up. There's 2 of them.
Okay. That will be the end of Bruh's turn. It is now Leodon's turn.
Okay. Is one of my hand axes embedded in this thing still, or did it fall off?
It fell off as it moved, going from down back to up.
Gotcha. So both of my hand axes would currently be at the red mark, the other one where it was.
Mark your hand axes over.
All right. I am going to risk an attack of opportunity, and I'm going to go try and retrieve those.
So the first one's going to be an 18, or
That'll hit.
that's going to be an 18 for
Yeah.
an attack.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Ooh, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing sees you as it moves away. It goes to try and grab you with its other arm that's still intact. And you can feel its crushing grip before you manage to slip out of it before it breaks anything.
All right. I'm going to have my hand axes in my hands, and I'm going to try throw them back at him.
All right.
Oh, I think that's going to hit 22.
Nice.
That will hit.
For 7. Wait. No, another 9 slashing damage plus 3.
All right. Leodon, as you throw the hand axe as hard as you can in return for the pain that you just was dealt, you can see as it hits where that initial claw from Citra is, as it embeds, and it begins to just collapse into rubble.
Yeah! Cool, now we just gotta deal with this guy.
All right. And with my bonus action, I'm going to flick the second hatchet at the big guy that's in front of Citra.
Okay. What's the range on that?
It's not great, but it should work for this. Maximum of 60 feet.
Oh yeah. No, you're fine.
Yeah. All right. Thrown at the big guy. That's gonna be another 22.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm assuming you're moving your favorite foe to it?
Yes. So it'll take 10 slashing damage.
Nice.
Okay.
An additional 2 slashing. And as the axe connects, the axe head sort of bursts with teal-colored magic, taking the form of hummingbirds that flutter around and begin to shove this thing forward. It needs to make a strength saving throw.
I rolled an natural one.
Okay.
These tiny hummingbirds!
I'm going to the force of the hummingbirds is enough to shove it 15 feet forward towards Bruh.
Uh-oh.
He's trying to get away from Citra.
Go get him, badass!
As with the force of magic. Hold on, I needed to.
Oh, it's also prone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's my turn next. Nice.
Nicely
Yeah.
done.
No, you already had
Oh.
your turn.
The bird.
Still is.
Damn,
Yeah.
my bad.
As, I try to remember the rule because it's moving away from Citra, which would give you.
If it moves by itself of its own volition, then it gets opportunity attacks. But since I forced the move, Citra wouldn't get an opportunity attack in this case.
Okay, just wanted to double check on that ruling.
Yeah.
Citra, as proudly with your boomerang, you see a burst of hummingbirds come from where that axe had embedded itself into this stone Goliath, as it's just pulled by tiny little
Oh my god.
birds forward all the way.
Citra is just in awe of that and just leans off to the side a little bit to look at Leo like, thank you!
Yeah.
I'll
All right. As it goes. All right. So that's going to be the end of Leodon's turn. It
Yep.
is now this Earth Elementals. It is. It's going to get up. And it knocking into Bora, blade in hand, it's going to make its 2 attacks onto you.
Great.
Bruh.
Okay.
Yep. It's gonna be a 23
Yep.
to hit. And second attack is a
Miss.
10 to hit. Alright. You're taking 10 points of bludgeoning damage as this giant fist comes up over, trying to block it with the blade to the best of your ability as it's just knocked into your body. You can feel the force as you feel your knees begin to buckle under the weight. And the second one, as it comes swinging around, you manage to just parry it just enough in order to take no damage from that second attack.
It packs a punch. Ha ha
Alright.
ha ha.
Mm-hmm.
However, in its efforts,
No.
No, another one down.
another one breaks. Yep.
Well, at least if we can keep it there, then it won't have any other statues to take down.
Ye-
It's got 2 more to go.
Oh,
in
shit.
its immediates. Yeah.
I didn't even see 'em.
Plenty of statues. Yeah, there's plenty of statues that it can knock over. All right. So that's going to be the end of this elemental's turn. Top of the round, Dante, you're up.
All right, I'm just gonna turn the corner.
All right. Zooming out.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a shot at it.
All right. Because you are stealth, you take it
Noise.
with
Okay.
advantage.
Okay, so let me see.
So 2 attacks. Take the top. Take the one that is higher,
Yeah.
or 2 rolls higher.
2 rolls higher. 15.
That hits.
Yeah.
Just barely. Just barely. All right, and you could also pump in all your sneak attack damage to
Nice.
this.
Wait, how do I add my sneak attack damage?
It will be in your actions. You'll see sneak attack, and then you'll see the dice that you roll when you make it.
2d6s?
Click it.
Yes. So roll your damage, and then add your sneak attack.
Adding 3.
Oh.
Okay.
What about
So
your? What about
what's
what
the-
about the damage of your weapon? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget to roll your weapon damage.
Weapon damage.
Where it says does he look to the right of it
Yeah.
to say damage?
Yeah. The right of your hit DC, it should have like 1d6 or something.
Right next to my weapon, you said?
Yeah, the weapon you used?
Yeah, right
Yeah.
next to the hit DC.
Okay, and then I roll that.
Yep.
Yes.
You click it to roll it.
Oh no, the thing next to it.
Oh, that's the hit. No, damage.
Oh, 5.
No, that's to hit.
The
You need
damage
to-
run.
There should, right next to the hit DC, it should say something like 1d6 plus 3 or whatever your modifiers are.
Oh, right next to that?
Yes.
Right next to
Oh,
it.
okay.
There you
All
go.
right.
There we go.
10.
Yeah. So 13.
Okay, so 13 points of damage. Okay.
That was a hefty hit.
Just have to be a little sneaky.
Sorry, I'm flatlining on my map right now. As you coming out of the shadows, as you draw back on the arrow, you see just what looks like to be a small area to hit. And as it fires, you can see as it goes, and out from the other side, Leo and Mura, as you see just from that arrow, it goes all the way through as it now sticking out the other side of the earth elemental, and it beginning to pieces of it begin to fall off. All right. And that is going to be the end of Dante's turn. Citra,
Cool
Did
you're up.
you Virgil, or is that it?
Oh, right.
Oh yes, Virgil. You still have
He is the storm that is
Virgil's
approaching.
action. Yeah. I am the storm. All right. Well, Virgil's right behind this thing. So
Can I have Virgil pick up Citra's boomerang and hand it to her?
Sure. As Virgil picks it up.
Thank you, little buddy.
Virgil's right there. I will consider this an action, because has to pick it up and give it to somebody and still make its movement, but it does come back over and drops the boomerang in hand for you, Citra. All right. And I think that will be the end of Dante.
Yeah, I was like,
Or
please no,
Dante's
not
up.
again.
All right. It is now
Cool.
Citra.
So, just so I understand this, I can still cast a cantrip after I throw the boomerang? Oh, cool. She's gonna do
Yes.
both then. So, she's gonna throw the boomerang again.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Hey, dirty 20.
Woo!
Oh, okay.
All right.
That will hit.
That would be a total of 5 for that, and her chill touch. Also,
Is Chill Touch a bonus
chill touch
action?
is a cantrip.
But is it a bonus
No.
action to cast?
Okay.
Can't use
okay.
Chill Touch. Yep. Trust me, I
Yeah, you got to
know.
remember action economy.
Yeah, I get confused with them all the time.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, you'll get the hang of it.
Don't worry, we have like a year to figure this all out.
We're gonna be pros at the end of this.
Oh yeah. Is there anything that you would like to do with your bonus action? Or what was the damage for
5.
the boomerang? Sorry. 5. Okay. As it hits the back of this thing, you can see another chunk of it fly off.
Yeah. Yeah, she is going to keep backing up, at least to the door.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
And I guess that's the end of her turn.
Alright.
All right.
You're up.
Attacking the thing in front of me.
Okay.
All right. So D10. No, sorry, ignore that roll. 14.
14. That will miss. Unfortunately. Just right below it as you go in trying to slash at what looks like to be a gut area. Just. Damn it. Alright. Anything else that you want to do? Still have your bonus action.
Run for it, buddy.
How wounded is that thing?
At this point, you can tell for what I could say it is bloodied. So at its halfway area.
You should run for it.
It's bloody, so you can. Let's see. I'm going to. Is it worth? Fuck yeah, screw it. I'll just use an action surge and attack again, I guess.
Nice.
Oh,
All right.
He's
snap.
going for it.
Fighter abilities.
Yeah,
Fighter
buddy.
abilities.
All right, another hit.
Come on.
20.
Yeah!
21.
Yeah!
And then
Alright.
we got.
What's
Oh,
not
you! 10. Okay, cool. Uh,
Yeah, no, it's still a lot
Yeah.
of fucking damage.
I thought it rolled as there. I'm like, wait, what?
No,
That's
0
max
on a
damage.
10 dice is a 10. As you bringing your blade forward, as you go in and you slash across this time, right where you thought you initially had failed, you just needed to cut harder as you go, and more chunks of its upper torso just boulder off into the side. and it's now beginning to look like its form is trying to hold itself. All right. So it's the end of Bruz. It is now Leodon's turn.
Okay. If I run past this creature and pick up my weapons, could I do that? I have 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, it's right there.
Right there?
Where you had last left it an attack. You are in its range, but as far as it cares.
Okay.
As you pick up your hand axe, getting ready for your next efforts.
All right. I'm going to swing at it from melee this time. I'm not going to throw it.
Okay.
I'm not flanking with Bruh right now.
Not in a moment.
Yeah.
Well, we're not directly
would,
horizontal, so.
Yeah, you would have to be technically on the. You would only need 5 more feet in order to do it, unfortunately.
Duly noted. I'm going to swing at him with my hand axe. Here I go.
All right.
Battle. Oh, you motherfucker! That was almost a natural. 19 though, still.
Just a whisper of a 20.
All right, that will hit. That's the temptation of an actual 20. The temptation.
The idea of a 20. That's going to be an additional 7 plus 4 slashing damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to show off the third and final ability of my Gathered Swarm. I'm going to leap into the air, and a group of hummingbirds are going to shove themselves underneath my boots, and I'm going to float 5 feet behind this thing, so now me and Bruh are flanking.
Nice.
So is he flying
Technically, he's hovering.
I'm not hovering. I've moved by my swarm by 5 feet horizontally in the direction of my choice.
You right there then. Which you are now officially flanking the Earth Elemental.
And with a bonus action, I'm gonna fucking do it again.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All of Ranger's abilities comes from their attack.
Ooh.
21 is probably gonna hit with a plus 2.
Oh, 21.
That's gonna be an additional 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
Additional 4 from the favored foe.
Nice.
How shall you slay?
Yeah!
So, this thing, you said it had some sort of like core in it?
It's just held together by magic. These are elementals, so you get a feeling that there is magic for this thing.
Have you ever seen a wedding cake?
Yeah.
Yes.
A wedding?
Yes.
Are you gonna burst out of it?
So as Leo takes one of his hand axes and just scrapes a bunch of the rock and rubble out of the way, and then he slams the other hand axe into this thing, and you all just start to see the outside of this thing crack in different places as eventually it explodes with hummingbirds just flying out into the ceiling and then dispersing into the ether.
That's pretty.
Nice.
Thing as you can see the birds that they go. This thing. Burst of rock and stone in every which direction. So you guys cover yourself in order to keep yourself from being pelted. This thing just falls into pieces on the ground. Ironically, on top of the other Earth Elemental.
Oh,
Now it's just a big pile of dirt.
That's a nice boulder.
And as these two things fall to the ground, you see as the stone heads all look towards you, Leo. Just staring deeply at you, unsettlingly.
Citra's just on the other side of this room holding her side like, that could have been worse. Citra's gonna run forward and pick up her boomerang. Just...
Is everyone alright?
My arm hurts.
My ribs are gonna need some vacation time.
I think we're all gonna need some vacation time.
Yeah. As long as I have more of that grass, I'll be fine.
Well, it looks like you weren't the only one who was stoned on the job.
Broad. Okay.
explodes into laughter.
Broad starts. He starts trying to smile, but he pulls it back. He smiles again, but he keeps pulling back. Then he runs to the side in the corner.
Dante in the back.
And then he snickers, and then he ran back. He's like, "That wasn't funny."
Well, during that time,
He just closes his eyes.
Citra just kind of looks to the statues that fell, and she's just kind of getting this really sick feeling. Yep.
Yep. Statues that were knocked over reveal the gore of Planewalker innards.
I really hope those aren't people.
Planewalker.
Does it look fresh, or does it look like it's just
Yeah.
sort of been sitting stagnant for a while, rocking its own goo?
From what you can tell, these innards seemingly were preserved from being encased in stone. You have never heard in your life that petrification does not go all the way through. But it was almost as if it was like a shell to keep them trapped by their skin. Because by the time it reaches past the epidermis, there's still bone, meat, muscle,
Blood and all that.
No.
Yeah.
basically basically everyone's innards still there. Just freshly preserved. Been there the entire time.
Citra's gonna walk up to one of the ones that are still standing and just kind of look at it to see if she recognizes any from the square.
Any of the fallen ones
Still
or the
up.
ones that are still up? You can see. Make an
Oh,
intelligence
boy.
check. Obvious. Make it with advantage because the attack is still
Yeah.
fresh from today.
Okay.
It's still in your
Well,
mind.
there's a -1 to my intelligence check, so let's hope.
Play to it. Play to it.
Oh.
A 5.
I mean, as far as familiar faces go, just look like townspeople, and they still are in a motion of fear. The only thing that they have been able to do is almost as if move the eyes.
Oh man.
And move the head.
I don't want to
just
be
slightly.
the bearer of bad news, guys, but I feel like these are people from up above, and 3 of them are really dead now.
We can't dwell on that. We might have lost some people, but the others, like in still sight,
Yeah.
we just need to find this stone.
Teacher's just gonna back up and look at the ones that did fall and just give a respectful bow, because there's not much she can do either.
Dante's gonna do a little prayer.
And just, apologize that we couldn't do much to save them.
Dante, as you close your eyes and try and reach out to the Dusk Mother, there is a semblance of sadness can't tell if it's yours or if it's someone else's, but there is also this level of emotion that your work is not done. You still have to keep going forward.
Citra's gonna look back to where she came from. He's like, well, there's a door over here. I guess we move forward. Please don't kick it.
Bro had
Has foot up.
foot up. Has his foot up, but then he just...
We're trying to not get killed. Let's not.
Fine.
How is he looking to Citra, by the way? Like, he took a pretty nasty hit, as did the rest. Like, how's everybody seeming?
He's fine.
Okay.
He'll shake it off.
My shoulder hurts.
Leo's.
Yeah. Citra's ribs are purple.
Leo got hurt, but he's doing
Okay.
all right. He'll probably be fine.
Citra's just like, I don't want my friends to die. Earlier it was scary. So she's gonna
Let's move forward
to
then.
the door with the light still on her staff, I guess, and yeah, because it lasts an hour. Yep, an hour. And she's gonna put her ear to the door to see if she can hear anything moving in there, though.
Make a perception check. As it's trying to listen through the door.
Finally! An 18 plus 2.
Nice.
So it's 20.
Alright. As you listen, you can hear the faint almost as if something is being chipped away.
She's gonna
You hear this like cracking of something.
She's
but
gonna lift her
it's still
head and
there.
look at the rest, going, I think someone's in there. Just, it could be him, it could be something else, but after what we just dealt with, let's try to take it as safely as possible. And if it is him, do not give him reason to attack us. We're not executioners. And we're not going to figure out anything if it's all going to be fighting and death. She's literally trying to persuade
try.
mostly Buddha for the most part. I know,
But at the same time, he might not give us
I
a
know,
choice.
but if we have a chance to diplomatically end this, or at least get some word in, we can try.
Should I pretend to be Kitty?
Alright, I'm not going to do anything. But the moment trouble starts brewing,
If he makes a strike at us, you go ahead. But for now, let's see if we can get through this without violence.
Sure, fine.
We could possibly stop worse things from happening if we can. You wanted to look like Kimmy?
I mean, she's already sent a note to him.
But we really don't know their relationship. You could... I feel like deceiving him right from the start's not going to go very well, but if you feel like you can get something done, I'm not going to stop you. I trust you.
You know what? On second thought, maybe it's not a great idea. I noticed that he was... From the sides of the note that I grabbed from his drawer, he wasn't happy about what he was reading from her.
Yeah. So, shall I guess we go in? Or at least,
Let's go.
do you want to knock? At least give him the semblance of, hey, we're being polite? I mean, to be fair, he probably heard everything that just happened.
Probably. Knocking would be redundant.
Okay. Citra goes to push the door open.
Alright. As you push the doors, they... And in here, there is this surrounding room. Very circular with this dices that come up to the top. with what looks like to be this magnificent statue of what could possibly be, these long, beautiful wings, this shallow golden hair, kind of design, and there is several pockmarks with what looks like to be this greenish ooze that is currently drying and then shifting to clear. Out towards the back of the room, as it's elevated, you see a man as hunched over, as you can still see the hand going.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you
I'm
offend
sorry.
him?
I might have. You see as the head raises from the doors being opened and slightly turn.
Samael?
Citra looks right at Dante like, that's the name, like...
I told you. We'll have it finished in time.
What?
He trying to make really quiet hand gestures to Citra. Should I change? Should I change?
I don't know. Citra's not the smartest. She's like, I don't know.
I thought your form was Samael.
This isn't Samael. This one is. Changes to Samael.
The one you're wearing right now.
It's as close as it's gonna get.
Go for it.
I don't know how
You
it
see
works.
as the crack of the hammer, almost as if it's careless this time.
You're not here to betray me as well, are you?
Citra just gestures to Dante like,
I've
go.
grown tired of betrayals recently.
I'm gonna roll for deception
To
to
be Samael?
Samael.
Oh boy.
Okay.
$23.
Woo!
As you call out to him, what do you say?
I could never betray you. You're the most integral to our cause.
As the hammer stops halfway to the chisel. Pulls back. Turns to all of you, this hooded figure. You can see as the form presented towards you, even in this low light, can see half the skin as it runs up the arm is currently cracked and stone-like. And it's built on top, as well as these large stalagmites as they kind of pierce out of the skin. It looks very, very painful.
Ouch.
And it runs all the way up to the neck. You can see half the face down here is just turning slowly to stone. Pieces have already fallen off, and it almost reaches to the eye, and it's almost hard to blink it. Trying to adjust for the light.
Samael usually comes alone. What is it this time? You caring to clean up your mess?
As the hood begins to slightly shift, you can see under where the belt is what is this large amulet sitting. These faint glows come from it. It's a skull-like design as it wraps around the circular area, and it just pulses low and green.
I've never known you to need muscle in order to move the works you desire.
They're not muscle. They're joining us in our cause.
As begins to step down from this small area, as if leaving behind what is this unfinished work of a small child.
Please, indulge me, O mighty Samael Ishgari. What is this cause?
Well, if you haven't already heard, we've killed Thamian Cross.
That bastard has had it too good for too long. And I've tried to make it a message. I tried to convince everyone for his deceptions and lies. And finally, change is coming. You fulfilled your promise. And now, I am soon to fulfill mine.
As he begins to approach up to the center of the diocese where this magnificent statue, it's still somewhat half undone, is tarped over in one area. As he begins to pull over the tarp, revealing what is this long, twisted spear at the end.
I hope I am not to disappoint you. I know your mother means many things. The wings are a symbol of freedom. As I've seen Beatrice before, her beauty is unmatched, unlike that Quim, Duchess Cross. It's so hard to find beauty in this world anymore. Always disturbed and twisted. I've told you the story before as to why she did this. Why not?
See, he is almost coming off as unhinged.
You remember the story, don't you?
We don't.
Maybe explain it to our newcomers.
Of course. I was first commissioned to make a beautiful piece. Pure white stone marble. I was recommended through a mutual benefactor.
Explaining towards the three of you, completely ignoring a Sam Ishgari at this point.
The problem is that I can see beauty, and I could take an instant of it and place it permanently in stone. However, that thing, that sick-minded woman, Not a single ounce of beauty behind those eyes. There was always something under it, willing to do whatever it was. It was hungry and cruel. On the day that I bring this commission for this magnificent gathering, upon its reveal, I tried to find that instant, that beauty. But her, she saw horror. She knew exactly what she was. A disgusting, filthy, pig mire of a woman. And then she tried to have me killed that night. So, in retribution, I stole from them. I fled. And now all I see, the world for what it is. Unbeautiful. And now, my work, our work, Samuel, be to show that its destruction will bring back beauty.
See, there's a level of disturbance behind those eyes.
Well, if all you did was to come here and tell me that Damien Cross is dead, our business will soon be concluded. There is still much work to be done. The next round of attacks will happen first thing in the morning, Samael. Damien Cross may be dead, but the art here is still blind to the world below.
Then we shall do what it takes to bring this all to an end. Dante's gonna gesture to Leo to do something.
So he's just standing there out in the middle of this large open area, right?
Yeah, it's just this open diocese as it comes up to the top of this statue.
Okay. I'm gonna look to my comrades. I'm going to sort of slowly walk forward and look up to this large, half-made statue that he's got. How large exactly is it?
It comes out to about little under 6 feet in height, as it comes out to the spear that is still being roughly sanded and made and chiseled. That leads all the way up to somewhere around like 8 feet tall, so you would come up to about a little under a foot for it.
Right, he's huge.
From
how it is, you're about 8 feet, yeah?
I am 7'11", so almost 8 feet tall.
You come just a couple of inches under where the peak of this statue is.
Whew. From this area, does it look like there are any obvious exits?
No.
The only thing that's catching in Citra's eye is that weird little shiny thing that looks very scary.
As you begin to walk up and inspect, you can see as he is staring at you, getting much closer, you can notice, for what should be a very heavily bearded dwarf, just beginning to notice that the usual suntan and thick hide of a dwarf is extremely pale and gross. The eyes are slowly turning from these wonderful, green to a sickly yellow, and there are bald spots in the face, and you can see bald spots coming out from the hair. Staring at you, you'll see the head twitch. He's very cautiously looking at you.
You are quite the craftsman.
I have not seen a Fearbolg in quite some time. Samael, where did you pick this one up?
I found him...
Staring at you, Dante.
I found him in a very precarious place. Only in the lowest of lowest slums.
We are seen when we want to be. I'm not surprised you haven't seen very much.
My work is limited in this city.
He does curiously look now at Citra and Bruh.
Any which way. I appreciate the update. You are free to leave as quickly as you came.
One more question before we leave. Where are the locations of tomorrow's Gorefest? I would love to witness at least one. I just don't know where I'm gonna be at during the day, so I just would like to know where they're at so I can promptly place myself near one.
I need you to make a deception check. This time with disadvantage. Because he is now becoming so highly suspicious.
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. Sorry.
Yeah.
Our Lady of Silver, please help us.
Oh.
Ugh.
No, deception. Deception. You're clicking perception.
Oh, perception. Sorry, deception.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Deception.
yeah.
Okay.
The opposite of perception,
Okay.
I think.
Right. Our Lady of Silver, please help us. Yes!
Well, that's the first one. You have to make a second at disadvantage.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Take the lower.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. Our Lady of Silver, please help us.
Whew.
Still good.
Not bad.
Okay.
The first one in the Valfor, and the second one I sent to they are here as a guest, as a gift. The third one will be placed in the entertainment district near the Benevolent Queen. One will be sent to Kilnor, as per our arrangement. And the last one, near the Rythro Swamps. This was a personal request from a High Lord who has been our benefactor, Samael. You know them well.
Well, if Thamian's dead, what other High Lord are we talking about?
Oh, I know them well. Unfortunately, I can't get out to the swamp, so maybe the entertainment district. I would love to watch the Benevolent Queen perish in her beauty.
You see this one he's a little bit more depressed about, but still try and make himself, like, confident all the same.
Do not stick too close. You're one of very few of the benefactors within Kilixmire that I can trust right now.
And my trust extends to you, old friend.
He turns to go back to his main place.
You are all free to leave.
And
Give forewarning the next time you decide to visit.
And the head begins to raise as the thought of those words begin to cross his mind.
I use my I'm going to use my hidden step to become invisible.
Alright, as you become invisible, as you walk behind the statue and you just disappear, he turns back to you, Dante.
Liar. Samael always gives forewarning before he arrives. You've stolen the face of a friend.
I'm going to try and do my best to get behind him.
Okay. Get very close.
What is it this time? Who sent you? The death of Thamian Cross, a lie the entire time. Was it him? Did he send you?
No, he's dead.
oh no, that wasn't a lie at all. Thamian Cross is dead. I watched him perish myself as I changed my face to his. You should have seen it. It was like this. I called that woman a whore and now I'm dead.
You can see as the face begins to become a little bit more twisted and angry.
So, who sent all of you?
Nope.
Kimmy? To stop me?
Definitely not her. She fucking bounced.
Then who was it? Who was the one who sent you?
Me doing a hand gesture to Leo?
We don't know where he is. He's invisible.
Well, it doesn't last for long. I'm going to slowly put one hand on Rov's shoulder, and the other is going to make the hand axe very obvious. There's a way you get out of this alive.
As he breathes.
Who sent you all?
Does the name Alois ring a bell?
We don't want to hurt you.
Speak for yourself.
We spoke about this.
What? What?
Alois Azure, concierge of crime. A damn shame what happened to him.
Wait, what?
But I am of no inclination to help that
Dang.
thing. If Alois Azure has sent all of you, he has sent you to your doom!
As pulling out the hammer, you can see as it envelops in magic, and in the other hand, a large flaming blade begins to draw out. If you're here to stop me, you are here to kill me!
Brog.
And with
okay,
that, he is going to twist towards you, Leo.
Come and have a go if you think I'm hard enough.
Swinging the hammer. That is where we're going to go ahead
shit.
in tonight's episode.
Woo! That one was drama-packed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop, guys. It doesn't stop.
All right.
God
does.
damn.
All right.
So we got like 5 freaking statues we gotta go through now.
Yeah, bird.
And we know
So-
where they all are. We just need to survive this.
Yep. So one heading down to the Rythro Swamps, one being placed in Kilnor, and the one near the Benevolent Queen. So much information provided. There is so much about this. I'm super excited for next week's episode, but that we still have to say our goodbyes. So that's where we're ending tonight's episode. We're gonna jump into some quick announcements, and then we're gonna head off. So, first off, by the time this episode posts, I am wrapping up with all my friends over at Balkanist Necrohunt. It is probably the last episode I have done. We probably have a plan for something this Wednesday or this upcoming Wednesday, because Joe wants to do a somewhat podcast version talking about our characters and the campaign and all that stuff. So there will be at least somewhat of an epilogue episode for Balkanist Necrohunt. I look forward to it. And then also on top of that, there will be an update for How to Be an Adventurer very soon, coming up this month, mainly because I'm still finishing up on the audio work for voice lines. I'm still cleaning up a lot of audio. I have to still time everything for the episode. So if you guys are interested, especially for patrons, there will be an update coming very, very soon about everything that is happening. And it's just organizing stuff. I basically was bedridden for a couple of weeks because of my ankle situation. So now that I'm back on the roll for everything, I look forward to it. And also later this month as well, there will be a video that will be uploaded onto YouTube talking about Belcranal and what it's like to live life as a 14-year-old child in a world that is ran by adults. Very interesting perspectives that I cannot
for sure.
wait to show you guys. And I'm not gonna forget. Don't forget, we have Spotify playlists for the game, and as well as Citra is currently out. There will be some links over on Twitter. Hopefully we could drop them in the chat later tonight. So that way, if you guys are interested in listening to how we emotionally connect our characters with music, and by all means, I look forward to it. Hopefully there will be more that will be coming out should my players decide to make them. And then also on top of that, Yes, our podcasts. They are coming out every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday, the day before these episodes go up. So that way, if you need to catch up, you're more than willing to. This is a brand new platform. I am pushing it a lot more than the VODs, mainly because trying to expand our ability to provide you guys some entertainment. So there's that. And then, of course, last but not least, do not forget to thank our wonderful people over at GamerSups. Absolutely lovely. Also, I nearly forgot, as it is now escaping me, fan art. If you guys are interested in getting us some fan art, or if you're making some fan art for the campaign, do not forget to use the hashtag D6BA, which is Black Archives, or also tagging any of us if you want to. We generally share the art. I'm looking forward to something from Call Me Gespent that he's currently working on, and if you want it in our pre-rolls and our mid-rolls, then by all means, do not forget to send in your art on Twitter. Or if you have an Instagram, or in any way that you want me to see your art. We also have a Discord server that you can post your fan art to as well.
Yeah.
That's everything. Yep, that's everything I got.
You did it.
Yeah. I did it. All right, and as usual, we'll go across the table, as we usually do, starting with Blue.
Blue Kazanate. I don't really have any announcements. Hopefully, just next time, hopefully I will not be sick. I'm sorry for any of the coughs or sneezing and stuff that you might have heard, but life is life. What can I tell you?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Leo.
Hi, I'm Distortion Devil. I play Leodon. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/Distortion Devil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Although for this month I probably won't be doing much streaming on my own, because I have signed up for acting classes. Hee hee, haha.
Hey.
That's going to take up a lot of my time.
Yeah.
Be sure to check out Dead House Sonata, an action RPG where you play the dead to fight the living. Being developed by the maker of one of my favorite video game series of all time, The Legacy of Kain.
Noise.
Yeah.
The playable demo is out now, and they are constantly releasing stuff behind the lore and the game and stuff as well. If you want to purchase a Founders Pack, go ahead and do that. Also check out my DM's Guild, where I release 5th edition content, including subclasses. The most recent of which was the Warpath Barbarian subclass, inspired by movies like Die Hard and John Wick. And I will have more subclasses rolling out soon.
Hey. Awesome. Next up is
Hi, I'm Jade the Firefox. You can find me on Twitter under Desiree Pleitner, or you can find me on Tumblr or Twitter or Instagram under the name Jade the Firefox. I am currently hosting a show called Hiker Trashed on Me, where we go on real-life adventures out into the wilderness with my wife. And with some dog content sprinkled in there.
Ooh.
And yeah, so if you're getting tired of all the magical stuff, you can go back to the real life stuff. And other than that, still working on a couple commissions before I can open up my commission slots again, and that's pretty much it. Just working my ass off as usual.
Yeah. All right. And last but not least, our good friend.
Hey, this is Daichi Madachi, aka Brawl the Samurai. Next week I'm releasing my Jolter animation along with the Klee episode of Kakyoin Waifu Connoisseur. So and I am still trying to figure out a schedule for me getting back into streaming, but it's been really busy with Death Battle, Gohanverse, and the Gohanverse game I'm working on. So that's about it.
Yeah. All right. So, I think that's everyone and everything. Okay. No other pressing matters. All right. So, that being said, As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and watching. Come back next week as we watch the adventure continues. And as always, see you next Sunday.
I see you next
Bye.
Sunday.
Good night.
Hey,
Bye.
bye. Laters.